In this video, we're going to show you how to remove and replace a combination switch in a Toyota 4Runner. Disconnect the negative side of the battery. This is a 10mm wrench or socket. And the reason for this is this has an airbag, and we never want the airbag to have any chance of charging and exploding when we disconnect it. You really should wait about 15 minutes once you disconnect, because the module could still have a charge in it once you disconnect that airbag. To remove the airbag on the steering wheel, you're going to have a little plastic cap like this on both sides. Take a pocket screwdriver or a trim tool, pop that cover off. And this particular is a Allen head metric 4, size 4. There we go. You can just hold that cruise control switch out of the way. And move to the other side. So you'll feel it stays in place. It's kind of spring-loaded. You're going to just grab it and lift it up. And now we're going to see that connector. Airbags is usually a yellow connector. Push down on that safety clip. Always store an airbag, believe it or not, this way, not with the pad down. So I'm going to use a 19mm socket, long ratchet, and I'm going to hold onto the steering wheel, and I'm going to loosen that nut up. Take that nut completely off. Now I'm going to pre-mark this. So I'm going to get a Sharpie, and I'm going to mark the top at 12 o'clock. Make sure it's as straight as you want it. Then you're going to take a Sharpie and pre-mark just like that. So we're going to take the pocket screwdriver and we're going to disconnect this cruise control to that clock spring in the back just by pushing in on that tab and lift that up. Now we can get our steering wheel puller and we're going to pull the steering wheel. So I'm going to be using this kind of puller. So basically you're going to line your puller up and you're going to utilize these two mounting holes. Now this is 8mm by 125 pitch. That's the type of bolt you'll need. You don't have to use air tools or anything, you just make sure you get plenty of thread, and then the same for the other side and equal it on the actual puller. Lost my little. So my puller top here is a 19mm socket or wrench, and you just go clockwise and it will pop it free just like that. Then you have to take these off, take both bolts off, take the puller out of the way. And this is why you disconnect the negative, because you don't want that clock spring to have any charge to it, nor the airbag. Make sure all the wires are clear. Okay, there seems to be 3 mounting screws on this plastic cowl. So there's one down here. It's a Phillips. All 3 of them seem to be. And then 2 up here, on both sides of the clock spring. Put them in a safe place. And then just going to pull, get the tabs to separate. Now you've located the combination switch, which is the turn signal and headlight switch on this vehicle. The black housing connector is the connector to it, so we're just going to push in on that tab, pull it down, disconnect it, just pull it out a little out of the way. Take our Phillips screwdriver, and there's 2 mounting screws, 2 little gold ones, one there and one on the bottom. Take those little screws out. Toyota makes it a little bit easy for you once you get these out of the way. And all you're going to do is pull the combination switch out. Now to replace it, we're going to reverse procedure. Line it up, slide it in, grab your 2 little brass screws, your Phillips screwdriver, line them up. Now don't over tighten it, just snug it. It's plastic. We don't want it to damage, crack. Now we reconnect our connector until it clicks. Going to take our steering wheel housing, put the top one on, grab your bottom one. You're going to click it in these tabs. You can see 2 in the back, and then the tabs right here for the actual where the bolts go. Beautiful. Now we can put our 3 mounting screws back. You have 3 different styles. You have the 2 plastic screw type that go on the top, and then that 1 machine screw that goes on the bottom. So we'll do the top ones first. I'm going to put the other side in before I tighten that. And then we'll put the bottom one in. So when you put the steering wheel on, you want to guide the airbag switch right through the top there. And we have pre-marked it. If you can look real close, you can see my Sharpie marking. Perfect. Line up. Snug it down. I'm going to connect the cruise control. Connect that in. I'm going to get the mounting bolt. Now there's no torque spec. It is tight. Just bottom it out till it doesn't tighten up anymore. That's a 19mm socket. I'm going to get my 3/8 long ratchet. I'm going to hold onto the steering wheel and give it a nice snug. Do not use air tools or electric tools. The vibration can damage the clock spring or any other electronics. Just so you can notice and see how it works here. So these plastic pieces hold that airbag screw from coming out. So it's pretty easy to line up again. So we're going to see how the airbag goes this way. Take your connector, slide it in until it locks, just like that. And you're just going to place this in. You'll feel it fall right into place. Looks good. That's that 4mm Allen. So holding it into place, you're going to find that Allen screw. Sometimes I've had them not want to start, like you have to really play with them a little bit. I lucked out on that side. Hand tighten it and go back to this side. There we go. See? It was just turning in place because it's like a floating bolt. I got it this time. Yep, snug it up. Now we can get our ratchet. Get that plastic cover. And do the same to the other side. grab our negative terminal, and we'll reconnect the battery. Make sure it seats all the way down flush with that battery, 10mm wrench or socket. I like to put pressure on the cable side, especially if I'm going to turn the wrench the opposite way. That way I don't damage the actual post, the battery post, by putting pressure on it. When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.